Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Orozco Body and Mind podcast. I'm your host, Chris Orozco, and I can't believe we're almost a month into 2026. It's kind of crazy how fast time goes, but I hope this month has been really motivating for you guys. I know that, we have the start of the new year and a lot get motivated and a lot of us could get inspired to make changes in our life. So I hope that you've stayed with the momentum. I hope that you've been making the necessary steps to improving your life, whether that's with changing your habits, whether that's with consistency, whether that's with your mind, new mindset. This year could bring a lot of wonderful things for all of us. So I hope you've, had the discipline, the motivation, the inspiration to keep moving forward as we have one month into 2026. So today, I wanted to talk to you about kind of like the mindset that we have to have when things aren't going our way, when things are difficult, when life is kicking us and putting us down, kind of how to get out of that situation, you know. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience with the things I've had to deal with in my personal life. And so, I just wanted to start off by saying, we all in life, we all go through different situations, and some of them are going to be great. We're going to have these happy, amazing moments where things are going our way, where we have money, where our family is doing well, they're healthy, and everything seems to be going our way. And then we're also going to have these moments in life where, man, it's going to be really, really difficult. We might lose a loved one, we might deal with sickness or illness, we might deal with some sort of depression or anxiety. We might not like ourselves. We might deal with insecurities. And, that's okay. That's normal. Life is up and down. It's never going to be just a straight path to where we want to get. But we have to look at these moments where, like I said, things aren't going our way, where life is difficult. And we kind of have to have this mindset of, one, never giving up. We can't give up no matter how hard our situation is, no matter what we're going through, no matter how difficult it may be. We have to keep stepping forward. We have to put one foot in front of the other. And, in those dark moments where we lose ourselves, we can't give up. We have to keep continuing to improve, because we're not going to stay down that whole time. We're not going to just keep continuing to go through those things. It's just a storm. And, we go through those in life, where things aren't our way. So we kind of have to have that mindset of never, ever giving up, because your whole life could change literally in 1 year. Things could be better and in a much better situation just a year. So no matter what situation you're going through, no matter how difficult things may be, never give up. Continue to believe in yourself. Continue to just find inspiration. I like to find inspiration anywhere I can. Maybe if it's on the internet, whether that's looking at videos, whether it's reading positive things, whether it's looking at all different type of things where I can gain some motivation, gain some inspiration. I remember when I went through a really difficult time in 2017. I've talked about this before, but I was 3 weeks from graduating college, and I went with a friend of a friend, and we were smoking what I thought it was going to be marijuana, and they laced the joint with a drug called PCP, which is angel dust. If you know anything about that drug, is A lot of people don't come back from it. A lot of people actually lose their sanity. And unfortunately, you could really go crazy. And I smoked that in 2000. It was late 2016. And in 2017, that whole year, I promise you, I didn't leave my house for weeks at a time. The only time I would leave was to go to church. I had absolutely zero desire to keep continuing to live that way, and it was a whole year of really bad depression, really bad anxiety, really bad just self-esteem. I gained a lot of weight. I lost a lot of my friends. I had no inspiration, no motivation. I'm normally somebody who was active, and that whole year I was not active at all. And I remember that sometimes I would just look at videos of other people that would somehow give me a little bit of inspiration that day, somehow would give me a little bit of hope. And, um, it was by the grace of God that, somehow I was able to turn it around. But in those difficult moments, you have to find the inspiration, and you have to believe in yourself and know that things could turn around at any day. I'm a very spiritual person, and I believe that, life, like God could send you angels, God could, put you in the right path by meeting somebody. You never know what, you might go to the grocery store and you might run into somebody who could change your life. You don't know where you're going to go. You don't know what could happen. So it's important to always have to believe that, you could turn anything around. You could find inspiration. You could find a little bit of motivation, and, not taking, giant steps, but just taking small little steps, even if you're suffering from depression and you just want to go on a walk one day, getting out the house for 10-15 minutes, seeing some sunlight. So know that you're not alone, and don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for the help you need. It's important, but keep taking small little steps. Don't forget, because it's very very important that you could ask for help, and you could try to believe in yourself and try to find that inspiration that you need. I also want to talk to you guys about the times where life is treating us amazing, where we have a lot of money, where things are going our way, we're with the right partner, our relationships are going great, our families going great, things are just going amazing in our lives. And when life is going that way, understand that we can't get too high. We can't lose ourselves when things are amazing. We have to be able to just see it for what it is, and understand that, man, we're going through a really good time, but not lose our head and not think that we're better than other people, not think that, we deserve more, or whatever the case may be, because life has a funny way of humbling us, especially when it's giving us rewards, especially when things are really, really going well. I honestly believe, I think it's like a test that, the universe, that God, the creator, whatever you want to go through, is giving you whatever it is that you need, but he wants to see how you handle it. The universe wants to see how you handle all these amazing fruits. So it's important to handle them the right way. Always, always be humble. Always be in service, right? Never lose yourself because of the amazing things that are going on in your life. And the best thing we could do is just help other people. When we have all this amazing fruits, helping other people, inspiring other people. And we don't have to, just do it with money. A lot of us maybe sometimes think that money is how we help others, but it's really just by simple things, by just giving your time, giving your energy to somebody else, and giving a hand to help others. I think that at the end of the day, that's really one of the most important things we could do, to help others, lift others up, not putting them down, but lifting them up, to helping and just making them feel better. So don't forget, stay humble, stay disciplined, stay hungry for more, but always, having that attitude that it could all be taken away very easily, if we don't have the right mindset, if we don't have the right values, if we don't help others, if we don't, do our work. So that's very huge, very important for us to know. I think I've been in situations in my life where, and this is when I was younger, but being a really good athlete in high school, and hearing a lot of people, say a lot of really good things about you, and having that attitude of, especially when I was younger, where I thought I was better than people because I played a certain sport. It was a really valuable lesson, for me, because just like having that attitude of, not being myself, but like, I thought I was like, better than others because I play basketball. And I've learned as I've gotten older that that's not the right attitude to have, no matter what situation you're going through, no matter how good you have it. Because I've also been through some really difficult times. And like I said before, I understand that life is up and downs. And whenever you're really high, you can't let your head get too big. And whenever you're down, you can't just think you're the worst thing in the world. But by having that, mindset of, always continuing to get better, always continuing to improve yourself, always continuing to, inspire those around you, always continuing to motivate those around you, and being in service of others. At the end of the day, that's one of the most important things we could do. They say you come to life, you're born with absolutely nothing, and you'll leave this world with absolutely nothing. So what's the impact that we have while we're here? How are we going to, help others? How are we going to inspire those around us? How are we going to make a difference, whether that's with your time, with your energy, with, giving up other things? But it's about making a difference in the world, with the time that we have, with everything that we have. So at the end of the day, that's one of the most important things we could do. So yeah, guys, continue to keep working on yourselves. I've mentioned this in a lot of episodes. Continue to put in the work. Let's continue to change habits. Let's continue, to get healthier habits, and, get out of our comfort zone, right? This year is all about going into a little bit out of your comfort zone to try to, improve and grow and get better. Continue to stay consistent, right? The consistency of the work. 1% better. You don't have to make huge changes, but, small changes add up over time. So it's about improving 1% every single day. And continue to learn something, a new skill. Continue to learn something new that could, align you into your purpose. I've said this before, but, a lot of us are here for a reason. A lot of us have potential, and we're just stuck in certain habits. We're just stuck in certain situations. So don't forget how valuable you truly are. Don't forget how beautiful your heart is. And we could really make this world a much better place if we continue to make goals, if we continue to change our habits to healthier habits, if we continue to stay consistent, to get out of our comfort zone, and to master a new skill. So I'm really looking forward to keep giving you inspiration in this podcast. I just want to share my story because I believe I've been through some things, some really challenging, difficult times, and I've been able to get out of those difficult times to share some of the wisdom I've gained. And, I want to continue to grow Orozco Body and Mind to help people all over to find themselves, find their purpose, and bring value to this world. So I believe that's my purpose. I believe that's why I was put on this earth to do. So let's continue to change. Let's continue to improve. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the week. This Friday, I'm gonna try to post another podcast, but I'm actually taking my first international trip to Costa Rica on a meditation retreat. So I'm looking forward to that. So can't wait. I'm excited. First international trip. Going with some amazing people. So looking forward to that, and I'll definitely have some updates about how the things went, the trip went, and yeah, guys. So I hope you guys have a rest of your week. I hope you have an amazing day, and I look forward to keep continuing to grow together. Have a great rest of your day.